Hi, thank you for joining me. Let's examine the three ways landlords lose money daily. But before we do that, my first video over here was talking about tenants and how they lose money. And some landlords have watched it. They've reached out to me. They don't have any problem with negotiations or you knowing your right. They have a problem with me telling tenants to pay with their credit card. I only did that because tenants need their credit score for now and for future. So I went ahead and I found some sites that tenants can go on and pay with their credit card. And those sites will transfer money to the landlord's account like a regular bank transfer. So landlords don't have to worry. I'm not against anybody here. And that's what I wanted to put out first. In fact, my first landlord, I left my last month with her. She was such a sweet lady with her daughter. They would make coffee. I'm not a breakfast person. And they kept throwing the coffee out. They thought there was a problem between me and them. They sat me down and I had to explain to them I don't eat breakfast. They were so sweet. When I left, I told her to keep the last month. So I don't have anything against landlord. It's just a good advice for tenants to look into. And now, let's go. Let's meet Landlord Jack. Landlord Jack's got three houses. Is well-to-do. Is okay, but Landlord Jack is having some habits that's gonna cost him personally and most likely will cost him financially. Let's look at the three things he's doing that you, as a landlord, don't want to do. Let's go. First, Landlord Jack does not know he's running a business. Like in my first video up here, I explained that the government sees landlords as business owners. You are an investor. And when you're running a business, there are some rules that you have to follow. Those rules are the laws in place to protect tenants. As a landlord, you have to respect those laws. And if you don't, it's trouble. We have some international laws, as in universal laws, and we have some countries like Canada, the US, UK. They've actually expanded on those laws and they've brought like many other stuff out from it. Example of one of those is in Canada, instead of just saying eviction, they have something called renoviction. That's when landlords lie to tenants. They want to renovate the property. And as soon as the tenants move out, they move in a new tenant and they charge more money. If you're caught doing that in Canada, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Some fines in Canada is like a year's pay for the tenant that left. And then whatever increase you gave the new tenant, I believe they'll take it back. But don't take me on it. You can call your lawyer about that. And that leads me to the second problem of Landlord Jack. Landlord Jack refuses to use professionals. So, because you're running a business, you want to make sure you have a lawyer on call, you want a real estate agent on call, and you want a handyman on call. You cannot do without these three. If you try to run a tenant, especially if you have more than one house, if you try to be a landlord without having these three professionals on call, you're going to frustrate your tenants. Things are going to break down, and you want to DIY, as in do it yourself. You want to do that all the time. Very soon, the tenants are going to be pissed off to the point where they'll stop paying you. And that's money out of your pocket. When they complain and you send a professional there and the thing gets fixed just like that, they don't have a reason to not pay rent. As a landlord, you want to be responsible for your side of things. So always use professionals. Besides, not using professionals can lead you in many ways to these problems. Yeah, and most of them will result in lawsuits. You don't want this. There you go. That's number 2. Number 3, landlords must maintain professional space. What I mean by maintaining professional space is, as a landlord, dating a tenant or becoming friends, tight friends with a tenant is completely gonna lose you money. Because at one point, why would a friend be giving you all that money when you guys hang out together? I know most landlords don't do that, but for the few ones out there that do that, keep the relationship on a professional note. When you have a manager or a lawyer or a real estate agent picking up the money for you, why do you even need to be friends with your tenants? So these are the 3 ways that will for sure guarantee you as a landlord to lose money. There we go. You've seen number 1, the law is for you as a business owner, not just an ordinary person. You have to know the laws. You have to have a lawyer on call. You have to have a real estate agent on call. These are the people that make the paperwork so that in future you don't get into trouble with tenants because, maybe there's a disagreement on who covers what. You need a handyman on call, and you want to maintain professional space with your tenants at all times. There's the hello and hi, but to go further than that, have people present. So these are the things I personally believe are losing landlords money. Some of them may know, some of them may not know, but watch out for these things. Thank you for listening. People call me, people email me, but leave your comments on the bottom. I will read all the comments and I will reply to all the comments. Thank you to landlords for watching my tenants video. I hope more tenants watch this one for landlords. And let's keep the series going. Like, comment, and share this video. And I'll see you at the top.